This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
What a way to start a game. Coaches always talk about from the opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown, man, it doesn't get better than that.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Oklahoma Sooners return team didn't help matters out much there. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver to bring enough separation to create a positive game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Mayo. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's played. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for this offense. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Out of the end zone. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. To To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. So they line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. And there he goes. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Rebels are in the red zone. Trying to find his man on first down. They're setting up the screen. Touchdown, Rebels! A great catch and run for 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Middle Tennessee pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there inside Floyd Stadium. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll leave it with him. At the 35, he's over. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
On the ground, it's Hurley. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Here's the handoff. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the wideout. And he intercepts it.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch down the right side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
Oh, look out! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
29 Phil.
Quarterback on the keeper. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to...
Touchdown, Sooner! What a grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but... job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Now the pitch. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You don't see a ton of wide receivers come in as true freshmen and just take over the game and be the best player on the field. Man, he's done that as a true freshman. It's been amazing to watch, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy hunt as a receiver, which is not a normal thing. So it kind of shows you what kind of potential he has. He can win it as a freshman. He can win it as a sophomore. Shoot, he can win it as a junior. This guy has unbelievable talent.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around there.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this deep.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mayo. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Moving out of the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the set.
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go?
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Flying down the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score.
Racing to the right. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second.
Yeah, I'm going to take it at halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking to pass on second down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Dances away. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Lets it fly. Makes a connection. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. To the air on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
He got it. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on second down. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, is
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Man, teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
On the ready.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Spider.
Going up top on first down. Forced out of the pocket. That's caught. It's played. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Wants to throw on second down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22.
Come on, set.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snags it over the middle. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 11 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs.
25.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in it.
Fires to the big fella. Snowed under by the defense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but Dave, you've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
First and 10 from their own 15-yard line.
Get set, get set. Touchdown.
Looking to move it through the air. He's taking the shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
42 Spider.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York.
He caught it! Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the route is on.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, Dave, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll ride the hot hand. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Mayo. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Where he's just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Sooners will punt this one away. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And here comes the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, brother, you might be...
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Now the pitch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, there weren't a lot of guys in the box defensively on that 2nd and long play, so you see the offensive line, they're able to get downfield, get a hat on a hat. That helped lead to that successful play.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5.
29 Philly. 2.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It is perfect. And they'll put 3. The deficit remains huge. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
The Rebels pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Here we go.
Running back searching for a hole. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Rebels are in the hurry up. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Powers through the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Cricket.
Looking for room. It's in. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Okay.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
Green 25.
He wants to throw. He's got his man.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The give to the tailback. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Looking for block. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. This tackle is finally made. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Ready?
The Sooners have taken it inside the 20.
Lasso.
Back to the air one more time. Throw to the end zone, picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his... The interception.
Okay, ready?
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
At the 35, he's got room. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Pulls it in, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man.
He unleashes a long one. He makes a grab. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on him. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the plays.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Safe completion on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Slips a tackle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical.